Hello traders and welcome to ChrisFX. Today I will take you through a strategy which uses only the 4-hour fair value gap, and it is suitable literally for every single one of you, especially for those of you who are having daily jobs and cannot be in front of the charts the whole day. This strategy will be using pending orders only and only the 4-hour fair value gap. Stay tuned until the end of the video and then go to my other channel as well, the SMC Trader. You can find it down in the description and you can check even more examples on this strategy. Now I'm gonna show you how this strategy works, because there is a secret to this strategy that no one else has talked about. Let's begin with our video. And here I am on GU on the 4-hour time frame. But first of all, I'm gonna explain to you how this strategy works only on this 4-hour time frame, as we said, and I'm gonna give you the trick that we will be using as well. Let's suppose that we have a movement such as this one. Now, we will be taking into account only the fair value gaps immediately to the left first of all. So if we are to trade somewhere, let's say here on this retracement, then we will be taking into account this fair value gap only. We do not care about fair value gaps that might exist all the way to the past. Let's say that we have a movement such as this one. We don't care about those FVGs. We only care about the fair value gaps which appear instantly to our left. So if price retraces here, we will care only about this fair value gap. If price retraces here, we care only about this fair value gap. We are keeping it simple. And there is now one thing which is the secret that I talked about. Let's suppose that we have our fair value gap exactly right here on the 4-hour time frame, and we are waiting for price to retrace back into our area. Actually, I'm gonna draw some candlesticks in order for me to show you this secret. Let's suppose that this move up and this move down, let me create a little bit of a move down as well. Let's suppose that those moves now have left a fair value gap, a large fair value gap. You will not be trading the first FVG as it appears. Let me draw this for you. What does this mean? Let's suppose that we have, this is the 4-hour time frame only, as we said, one candlestick, two candlesticks, and then let's suppose that we have a third candlestick, okay, somewhere right here. You will not be going ahead and you will not be identifying this fair value gap instantly. Even though this is a correct fair value gap, you will be waiting for one thing. You will be first waiting for price to get back into the area, and let me do that red right here. Let's say that this is a bearish candlestick. So here you will be waiting for the first retracement. Once the first retracement will have taken place, then I want you to go ahead and highlight your fair value gap. And now your fair value gap will be this area, of course, between the low in this uptrend scenario, the low of the third candlestick and the high of the first candlestick. But now, since we have tested until here, our fair value gap becomes this area from here until here, okay? So you will be waiting for the first retracement, and then I want you to highlight your fair value gap. In this occasion, as we are right here, then what you would be doing, let's say that your fair value gap has been created right here. You will not go ahead and identify your fair value gap. You will wait for this bearish candlestick. So you will wait for an additional, let's say, retracement. Then I want you to highlight the remaining part of the FVG, and then you can take the trade with a pending order. And the opposite in a sell scenario. And I'm gonna go ahead now in the charts and I'm gonna show you some real examples and some recent examples as well. Let's move on now to the charts. And the examples that I'm gonna be showing you are gonna be exactly right here. It's pretty simple. It is mainly for those of you who have daily jobs and cannot attend the charts. And again, guys, if you want to join the best trading community, then you can go ahead and click on the link that I have down in the description or in the comment section, and you can join either my academy, which is being updated regularly with strategies that you have not seen anywhere else. The strategies that I have put together, they will take you from beginner, let's say, to expert, and of course the mentoring or the signals where you can still learn from my analysis. It is not just that I'm calling trades, I'm calling high probability trades, I'm giving you psychology tips, risk management tips, and I'm also doing analysis on a daily basis. So let's move on with the strategy. Now, as we said, we are waiting now for a change of character wherever it is, or let's say for a market structure shift with the creation of a fair value gap. Now, even a wick below this area is gonna do it. We don't necessarily need to see a body breaking below, a wick is gonna do it. But now you can say, do I have a fair value gap right here? No, I don't. I have to wait for the next 4-hour candlestick. Let's wait for the next 4-hour candlestick, and here is our next 4-hour candlestick. Now, what did I tell you when I talked about this thing right here? Most of you are gonna be confused right now, and you're gonna say, I had a retracement, so I highlight my FVG. I said, from the creation of your fair value gap, which has been created now, right here, from the low of this first candlestick and the high of this third candlestick, your fair value gap is indeed this zone right here. I want you to wait for an additional candlestick, which is gonna be breaking above this candlestick right now, and then I want you to highlight your FVG and take the trade with a pending order. What does this mean? You will be waiting for an additional candlestick to break above this high. Do we have it? Yes, we do. We have an additional candlestick now. Now, your FVG is this area right here. Here, what you will be doing, you will be placing a pending order exactly right here with a stop loss above, right above this 4-hour FVG, and you can go ahead and target the lows right here. This will give us a 5-to-1 reward to risk. Let's move a little bit forward. Okay, there you go. We are into the trade. So you see what we did. If we were to take this first fair value gap, then our entry should have been all the way down here, and the very same movement, which is a 5-to-1, would now be how much? It would be, let's say, a 1.7-to-1, while this is a 5.05-to-1 with the trick that I just talked about. Here, you would be into the trade, you would have come a little bit close to being stopped out, but you wouldn't be stopped out, and you would have hit your target within the next 4-hour candlestick. So from your activation until the end of this trade, it would have taken around 8 hours, but you wouldn't need to be in front of your charts. Now, let's move on. Okay, I will delete that, and we will be moving on. So in this occasion right here, what we will be doing, we will be identifying our new market structure shift, which is below this area. It doesn't need to be with a body necessarily, but we need to see the creation of a fair value gap. Do we have a fair value gap? Yes, we do. It is this whole area right here. What are we gonna be doing here? Are we gonna just be placing our pending order right here with a stop loss right above this area? I'm waiting for you to answer this question in your minds. And the answer is no, because as we said, we are waiting for yet another candlestick which breaks above this candlestick and gives us the remaining fair value gap. Let's see. There we go. This is now the remaining fair value gap from here to here. You see what we did again? We narrowed down this whole area, which would give us a 0.9-to-1 reward to risk, to this area, which would give us a 3.7-to-1 reward to risk. And of course, because you expect liquidity to be grabbed, you can extend that a little bit more, even say, I will go for this, even for this additional area of 2 pips because you expect to grab liquidity. Do it a beautiful 4-to-1 reward to risk in this occasion. Let's see. We are into the trade again. There you go. We also win this trade. Now, you will keep repeating this thing again and again and again. So in this occasion, do we have the creation of an FVG? Yes, we do. It is this one right here. We wait for an additional candlestick, which breaks above this candlestick. In this occasion, we don't have anything like that because we broke above our fair value gap. Okay, and you would be repeating the same exact process again and again. Now I have to tell you that in the signals group and also of course in my other programs I have very specific rules. I'm mainly using the 15-minute time frame in order to get spectacular trades, and I'm combining it with other time frames such as the 1-minute time frame, but there are very specific things that I'm looking at. This does not mean that you cannot be successful with this strategy as it is. The strategies that I'm showing right here are real strategies and strategies that work, which means that for those of you who cannot afford further education, this will be more than enough. So do not worry at all, guys. I'm putting a lot of effort to provide all of you with the best form of educational content. And then I want you to go after this video to my other channel, the SMC Trader, to see the very same strategy with different examples. Go ahead and subscribe to ChrisFX and the SMC Trader, leave me a like, share this video with all of your trading friends. And this is gonna do it for today, traders. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.